Hello. How is everyone this morning? This is your girl, Dr. Cozette. Yes, it's a little early for me, but I decided to hop on. Some of you guys are out to lunch. Some of you may just begin your day going. I don't know, but this is Dr. Cozette, and hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Please let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know your city, let me know your state, and just give me some love. Give me a high five, some hearts there. But listen, hopefully you guys are having an amazing day as Instagram is going out and finding people to come into the room. I just want to say hello, hello, hello. So, yes, good afternoon, Don. Hey, Don. I know I'm probably messing it up, so please forgive me. Hey, Sherry. Hey, U.S. Sign Notary. How are you guys doing? So, listen, today I wanted to talk about establishing boundaries. Oh, my goodness, that is such an important thing. We have got to learn to set boundaries. And before I jump into that, let me officially introduce myself, especially for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time. And for those of you who may catch it on the replay, just hit hashtag replay so that you can let me know that you came in after the fact and I can possibly chime in. But I'm Dr. Cozette M. White. For those of you who are chiming in for the very first time, I am your tax and accounting strategist. I help tax professionals grow highly profitable firms, and I work with purpose-driven CEOs to help them grow, leverage, and scale their organization by looking at things such as their key performance indicators, looking at benchmarks, looking at industry standards, helping them truly understand what's driving the numbers in their organization, as well as helping them make wise decisions as to should they buy, should they lease. Looking at the cash flow and looking at the balance sheet and seeing how strong they are as an organization. So those are just some of the things that I do. I am a 6-time best-selling author. I am also a Money Matters person on Fox Television in Sacramento, California. So I love what I do. But most of all, I'm going to talk to you guys today about establishing boundaries. It is so important that we establish boundaries. Otherwise, our day could go haywire. We sometimes lose control over just being the go-to person for everyone and everything. If this sounds like something that you guys have sometimes experienced or you currently experience it, just let me know. Do you feel obligated to check your work emails? Do you feel obligated to always be ready when your clients call you on the phone, or for some of you who give your cell phone numbers out? Do you always feel inclined to go to your DM and respond to clients simply because they DM you? Listen, y'all, you got to start establishing those boundaries. If you don't establish boundaries, then people will begin to take advantage of the small things. You guys know, like the people who say, can I pick your brain for a moment? Can I ask you a quick question? Listen, set boundaries. Okay, so let's talk about the boundaries that you need to set in order to have some peace in your life. And this all came about a call this morning where I was on a discovery call with a young lady, and she was expressing to me that she does not have any boundaries and her clients call her any and every time. And she never has an opportunity to finish the task that she has set out for the day. If we don't define boundaries, then our clients will just take advantage of us. You guys know that. We have to let our clients know what are our working hours. When are we in the office? We have to know how can they contact us. Do you allow your clients to email you, to reach you in the DM on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn? Do you require that they text you? What is your preferred method of communication with your clients? I'm very clear with my clients as to how they should be contacting me. Most of you know I work from home. I am a virtual business owner. I have worked from home since 2006 or 7. I don't remember when I came back to the home, but I have worked virtual for the longest. So I'm typically right here at my computer unless I'm outside of the office or I'm attending to something else. So my preferred method is for my clients to email me. I prefer that for a number of different reasons. Number one, it's an audit trail for me. I'm always thinking like an auditor. So it's an audit trail for me. I can go back and refer to that email instead of the he say, she say, versus them sending me a text message. If someone sends me a text message, because that is not my preferred method of communication, then it'll just get ignored. I'm just going to let you guys know right now. I cannot stand text messages. I will text if it's to my benefit, but I do not use text messaging as a way to communicate with my clients, especially not on my own personal cell phone. It's just not something that I do. Why? Because it doesn't allow me to set boundaries, and clients feel like they can text me whenever they want to, whenever they choose to, whether it be 10 o'clock at night because they had a thought and they felt like they needed me to get to them. So I just don't allow it. What is your response time to your clients? Is that communicated to them? My outgoing message states, I will return all phone calls within 24 business hours. I let them know when my business hours are. My business hours are from Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I do not work on Fridays. So if you call me on Friday, then I will return your phone call within 24 business hours. That means on Monday. That doesn't mean that I'm going to call them on Saturday. I'm going to call them on Sunday. Why? Because I've already told them what my office hours are. I've defined it in my outgoing email. At the bottom, it allows my clients to see office hours are. Therefore, if someone emails me, I've set the boundaries. I also have something set up with my emails that they get an email when they email me. An automatic email goes back to them that says, hi, we will get to you within 24 business hours or whatever the case may be. But I've set boundaries. You got to also set boundaries when it comes to your payment terms, you all. Let your clients know up front what the payment terms are. If you are a service provider, it is critical. Are payments due upon receipt? Or do you have payment terms, net 30, net 10 with a discount? What is it? Be clear with your clients, okay? Not only be clear with them, make sure everything is documented. Make sure you have policies. Make sure you have procedures. If you have a policy, then you can always pull that policy out and show it to your client. Or if you work in an office, the policy, if it's something for the clients to see, such as office hours or payments, those things should be posted, or they should be somewhere in the event that someone tries to challenge you or your staff. Okay? How are disputes handled? Set boundaries. Make sure you have something in writing. Okay? Incorporate all of these boundaries into some type of formal agreement. I have policies for my clients. They're written policies so that should someone come to us and say, well, how come this or why this? I am notorious for pulling out a policy, and I will say, refer to the policy on page 3, section 10, whatever it may be. But we have to set boundaries, and we have to make sure that we are communicating clearly what the boundaries are to our clients. Otherwise, our clients will try to, just pull it all over our head. Like, they'll just go for it, you guys. Communicate ahead of time. If your payment terms are due upon receipt, communicate that to your clients. If your payment terms are due when you are one half of the way done with the work, communicate that to your clients. If payment is done upon completion of work, make sure that is communicated. Okay? It's nothing like getting into a disagreement with a client. Okay? But it all starts with setting boundaries. All right? So be consistent and make sure that you enforce the boundaries. You don't want a client to come to you and say, well, last time I didn't pay up front, or last time you didn't collect the payment until the end. Be firm, be strict, don't deviate, because it's just like a child. Once we deviate with a child, we let a child go outside today because they didn't do their homework, but tomorrow we don't let them go outside because they didn't do their homework. They're confused. An adult is just a big child. We still have ways like a child. So remember, establish boundaries, you all. Define what those boundaries are. That's number one. Define what those boundaries are. Incorporate those boundaries into some type of legal agreement. Communicate those boundaries and make sure that they are clear, and make sure that you enforce the boundaries and don't be inconsistent. Okay? And be comfortable with saying no. No is not negotiable. Be comfortable with saying no, and be comfortable with cutting ties. All business relationships are not good relationships. You want clients that are easy to work with. Yes, your clients are going to challenge you, and they should challenge you. But be comfortable with saying no, and be comfortable with releasing clients that are not to your benefit. Okay, I have this saying, and we've heard it before, and you'll definitely hear it from me if you stay close to me. All money ain't good money, you guys. All money is not good money. If it requires a lot of extra headaches and the back and forth with the clients, find a way to terminate the relationship. Okay, put it in writing. Okay, there are some clients that I have had to terminate the relationship with simply because it wasn't beneficial to me as the CEO of my organization, and it was not beneficial to my employees. Okay, we don't need clients to come in here and dictate and tell us what to do. We are providing a service, and we do our best to provide excellent customer service. That's one of the reasons why we've been in business for 20 years. Okay, if can't nobody say it, I'm definitely gonna say it. But learn to say no and be comfortable with cutting those ties. So once again, it is critical that we establish boundaries within our organization. If we don't establish boundaries, then I'm telling you guys, you'll be all over the place with your clients, and your clients will take you there. So let me recap once again. You want to make sure that you define clearly what those boundaries are, whether it's the time that you're in the office, the time that you'll be communicating with clients via email, how you communicate with those clients, the method, whether it's email, whether it's text, what are your phone hours. Be clear with those boundaries that you set. Remember, I said moments ago, adults are just big kids. We cannot deviate with them. If we tell our child no, we have to be firm with that no. Otherwise, guess what? They're going to go ask dad. And if dad says yes, then they're going to start playing these games with us. Our clients are the same way. When they call into the office, if they get one person that deviates from the policy, then guess what? Every time they want their way, they're going to ask for that particular employee, or they're going to say, can I speak to the manager? Okay. I'm notorious for trying to get my way with companies, especially like the Best Buys and things of that nature. Like yesterday, I called the bank and the girl told me that she couldn't do something. So I didn't even want to listen to her because I knew that I could get my way. And I said, you know what? Can I speak to the person, your boss? Can I speak to management? And she was like, well, the policy is, and I let her talk. I let her talk, you guys. And I said, thanks for that information, but I asked to speak to the manager. So anyway, I got my way, and it wasn't about getting my way. What I was requesting, I knew that I was a long-standing customer of the credit union, and I knew that they could give me what I was asking for. So I didn't want to listen to the girl on the customer service line. So that's the same thing They have boundaries, but I wanted to go around their boundaries to get what I needed. The same thing about our clients. Our clients will do the same thing if we are not consistent. Okay. It's important to make sure that our boundaries are in some type of formal agreement. It is important that we communicate and that our communication is very clear. I said to you guys, the communication should be a written document. It should be a document that you can refer to, pull out at any given time. Be consistent and also be okay with saying no. No is non-negotiable, and it's okay with cutting off your clients. Those that just cannot cooperate and they always got to work outside the boundaries and go around and do all those things. Okay. So again, if you came in midway, you didn't hear everything that I said, make sure you go back and listen to this. I am Dr. Cozette. I help tax professionals grow highly profitable firms using social media as a way to connect with organic clients. I also work with my purpose-driven CEOs to help them grow, leverage, and scale their organization using techniques such as reviewing their assets, reviewing their balance sheets, their profit and loss statement, helping them truly understand what is happening in that balance, in that profit and loss statement, looking at break-even analysis, helping them with trends, looking at key performance indicators, and helping them save money instead of giving the money away to Uncle Sam. That may mean implementing tax saving programs, implementing cost savings such as 401 retirement plans and things of that nature. But that's what I do. I am your numbers girl. We are celebrating 20 years this September of being in business. And set those boundaries, you all. Set those boundaries, okay? Tomorrow, for those of you who would like to join me, I will be doing an interview with Nicole Jones Roberts. We will be on blackdoctors.org. Over on Facebook, we will be going live at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But I will be talking about what does it look like to hire a CFO? What is a virtual CFO? Why do you, as the CEO of your organization, why do you need to hire someone such as me? What can I do for your organization? How can I save you money? Okay. If you are remotely interested in exploring the work that I do and how I've been able to help other CEOs cut costs within the organization, look at some of the overtime trends, look at whether or not it's cost effective to bring in employees or hire independent contractors, then connect with me. All you got to do is click on the link in my bio to get on my calendar for a discovery session. I'd love to have a conversation with you. In the meantime, again, if you're catching this on the replay, please do hit hashtag replay. And then listen, y'all, please set those boundaries. Make sure you are establishing boundaries so that you are in peace with yourself. You are in alignment with what you believe, and you are not allowing people to just walk over you, whether that's your family, whether that's your colleagues, whether that's your friends, or whether that's your clients. Set those boundaries and be firm. All right. You guys have yourself an awesome and amazing Wednesday. I cannot wait to connect with you on my next live. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.